How is it going today, loyalists? Can't know my name is Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're doing it, Jazz. Today we have Shane's scariest torture devices. Ooh.
I know one. I don't know why I'm saying it happy, but I know one though, where it's like you're on that little plank thing, and then like it's like they tie your hands and your feet, and like they stretch you, like they.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one before.
And they stretch you. I shouldn't be saying it's happy, but I'm.
But she's like, and they stretch you, and they just ooh, and
like
they make you to Mr.
Like,
Fantastic.
Yeah, like you're like Laffy Taffy, like you just stretching on.
Let's that one then, Jasmine.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing another creepy video. And for today's video, brace yourselves, because we are going to be talking about some of the scariest torture methods throughout history.
Why am I so happy for this? I don't know, this is interesting to me.
Where it shows a victim being tortured by some big machine. They have things screwed on their head.
Saw was
bad. Saw is just terrible.
Their whole head could explode. And it probably seems like those are, you know, science fiction. Like, that's not real. Well, I did some researching and holy fuck. Throughout history, torture devices have been used that are not that far away from that. And here are just a few of the scariest. First torture device we're going to talk about is rat torture. Okay, so this method
rat torture?
They put the rat, put you in a cage.
So the victim would be
Yeah, or that.
on a table with their arms
And they put
tied
the
so they couldn't move. They would also be stripped naked. Then somebody would put a cage right on top of their stomach. And in this cage was a rat that was starving, hadn't eaten in days. Now this cage that they put on top of the victim's stomach didn't have a bottom, so the rat would be like running around on their stomach. This is where it gets fucking gross. The person doing the torturing would heat up the cage. They would usually use fire or coals or anything they could to make the cage as hot as possible. Now this makes the cage so fucking hot that the rat needs to escape. And the only way out
is down.
The victim's stomach. So the rat would start eating its way into the victim's stomach and start burrowing inside of the victim's body. And this would last for like 3 hours. And this would always result
in death.
Oh my, just kill me.
Shown in movies and recreated
just kill me.
This gotta be
fucked up.
Oh my god.
From Game of Thrones.
Help. I never saw. Help. I never saw. Please. Please stop. Please. Started to. Help. I didn't see anyone helping. Take it off. Take it off. Who helped him? Gaines, the butcher, and his son. That's better. You've been very helpful. No, stop!
Oh no!
What are you doing? Please stop! Please stop! No! No! I told you everything! No!
Okay, so this next torture device.
That is bad. They showed that on TV?
HBO.
The breaking wheel. Now this once again was used back in the medieval times, and it was used all over the world, but it was mainly used in the Holy Roman Empire, and it was for, you know, some very serious crimes. Like if you killed somebody in your bloodline, or you killed your own children, you would be punished by the breaking wheel. So first, the victim would be tied to a massive wooden wheel, and this would be done in public, just so people can watch you tortured. So now you're tied to the wheel with your arms and your legs spread out, and the executioner gets to take swings at you with a wooden bat.
Why he's spinning around.
And because your arms and legs are tied and there's like gaps behind it, when it hits, those bones break.
You break your bones.
And it wasn't just an executioner that would be able to take swings at you. They would let like the victims' families, like for example, if you killed somebody, their family members would all get to take a swing at you while you were tied up. Then after they beat you up for like hours and all your bones are broken, they leave you tied to the wheel for 3 days while you slowly die in public.
Damn.
Oh my god.
They call it medieval for something.
Basically, it's not.
This is called the Judas Cradle.
Torture to death, not just torture to live.
So this form of torture was used on people who committed sex crimes. So you know, rape, molestation, but also homosexuality and cheating.
Oh, not that.
So like, definitely not something
not
I think you should get tortured for.
But like, you know, molestation, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's how it works. So the person would be sat on top of a huge pyramid, which was made out of steel. They would be naked. They literally would sit on the point.
Always
so it
naked.
Their fucking ass. And if you were a girl, they would make you sit on the point so they went in your vagina. Then they would put heavy weights on top of you so it would slowly push you down farther on the spine. The most fucked up part of this is this actually wouldn't kill the person, but instead it would permanently mutilate their genitals and their anus. So for the rest of their life, it was just destroyed. I mean, some people did die from it, but then some people died later because the steel pyramid that they used was never washed. People got crazy infections.
Damn.
That one.
This gotta be one of Shane's
Okay,
most.
so the next form of torture is called the Iron Maiden. And this
I've
one
heard of
you
that.
probably will remember from
With the spikes in it, right?
This was back in the 14th century, and it basically was a big steel tomb that they would
Crushing
open
it.
up and put you inside of and then lock the door. So that sounds bad, but what made it really bad was inside of the tomb were long spikes. And sometimes they would be so long that when they closed the door, the spikes would go right through you and you would slowly die. Now they've shown this in tons of movies and it is fucking
I've seen it in a lot of places. On his face.
And they've also shown this in kids' movies. I'm not kidding. Do you remember the Chokey from Matilda? Yeah.
Oh yeah! It was that! Yes, Matilda.
Oh,
It didn't get her though.
Joke,
Need to see that movie, so I know you didn't.
Okay, now this next thing
It's about
is
a
a
smart
form of
girl.
torture,
That's
but
powers.
mainly just a form of murder. And this is something that happens to this day, and that is concrete shoes. So I'm sure you've seen this in movies.
Oh yeah.
Concrete shoes.
Somebody will have concrete tied to their legs, and they'll be thrown into the ocean, where they keep sinking and sinking and sinking until they drown. Now the scariest part about this is as you're sinking, the pressure of the water builds so much. Sorry, it's fucking giving me goosebumps.
Ugh.
It literally feels like everything's crushing in on you, and it's probably one of the most
People
painful
still do it
things.
today?
Now this is something that people have seen in movies.
Yeah, mafia
like,
movies
You
and
know,
mob
it's been
boss.
kind of an urban legend.
Oh.
Whether or not this really happens, well, it's not a legend anymore. Because last year in America, a body was found in the water with concrete tied to their feet. So it is very real.
Oh,
And that's
my
only one
goodness.
body that's been found. Just imagine how many bodies are at the bottom of the ocean, just decaying with concrete tied to their feet. Probably hundreds. Okay, so this next torture device.
The way people have to think
I'm just
about
warning
this
you,
in order
this one
to
is going make you
do
feel some
to
things,
okay.
And this is called the saw torture. And no, this is not the Saw movies. This is real. The victim will be tied upside down, and a large saw will be placed right in between their legs.
Oh my God.
Two people will take that saw on each side and start cutting through your body.
Oh God,
until
this.
it kills you. Now this is something that's happened throughout history, and it's still happening. Now I'm not going to
What?
explain where it's still happening and why, because I don't want to get involved in that shit, but it is still happening. Now sometimes they tie you right side up and they start sawing at your head. Usually they do it from the groin because it takes longer and it hurts more. Okay, now this torture
Jesus.
is so fucking insane that the Mythbusters tried to debunk it, and unfortunately they found out that it's real. This is called bamboo torture.
I
Now,
can't even
this happened
speak
back
in this
1820s,
one.
But it also happened in World War II to capture American soldiers. So bamboo is one of the fastest growing plants in the
And
world.
hard.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
incredibly strong, which is why they chose it for this torture. So first, the victim would be tied down to the ground right over a young bamboo sapling. Then in 3 days, the bamboo would start to grow, and it grows so fast that it grows through the person's body. And after enough time, the bamboo literally will be coming out your stomach or your chest like you are a fucking pot. Like you are literally a pot, and it's growing
Oh
right
no.
now, anytime I've ever seen in a movie where a plant tries to kill you, it fucks me up. I don't know why. There's something about it that really just ruins
Because it's like
everything in
nature
my
taking
head.
a stab at you.
There's one movie where this plant was like grabbing onto this girl's arm and going through her eyes. So the fact that that could actually happen and is real, I'm never going outside. I mean, I don't anyways, but definitely not now. Okay, so
Oh
this
my
next torture
God.
device has been shown in a lot of movies, so you'll probably recognize it. This is called the brazen bull. So they take a massive metal statue of a bowl that is empty inside.
Put you in it.
Put the victim inside of it. Then
What?
they light a
And cook you
fire
up.
under it, and it cooks the metal, and then it literally turns the inside into an oven.
Oh my gosh.
You alive. Okay, so here's like a couple weird facts.
So basically it's just a
Now
big
inside of
oven.
the metal bowl, they would have like a pipe that would, exit the mouth of the bowl. So when you're screaming, everybody watching can hear it. But the pipe turns it into a deeper sound, so it sounds like a bull, like growling. And
Oh
then
my
also the smoke
gosh.
from inside, because you're being cooked, starts to come out the bowl's.
Like it's
The whole
mad.
thing is just very unpleasant. Just
Oh my
super
God.
funny. So this last thing we're going to talk about
Yeah,
is
man.
very dark. And it involves
This whole
serial
thing has
killer
been
Jeffrey
dark.
Dahmer. Now Now, Jeffrey Dahmer is one of the most infamous serial killers ever. I mean, there's been movies made about his murders.
I've heard
Some
of his
the things
name.
he did to his victims have been recreated in other movies. But this particular thing he did just really stood out to me. So Dahmer wanted to put his victims in kind of like a zombie-like state so that he could do whatever he wanted to them. He actually didn't like killing them. He liked torturing them and doing things to them. Killing them meant it was over. So one thing he would do is take a power drill a hole into the top of their head, and then pour acid inside of the hole to fully zombify their brain. First of all, the victim was alive while this was happening.
Oh,
like
my
literally alive while he's drilling a hole in their head, and then it would melt their brain. Now this is something that I've seen been done in a lot of movies. It was done in this movie called The Loved Ones, and that really fucked me up. And this would zombify them for a little while he had his way. And
Oh, sick
there you
bastard.
guys go. That is all the torture we were going to talk about.
Yeah,
Thank
please.
you. Let's stop that.
Video, but I don't know, I just find this stuff fascinating, so hopefully you're not triggered or offended.
All
I
right.
need to watch SpongeBob.
I need to cleanse. I need to watch. We need to watch
After
something
this.
fun after this.
Okay. I need
Woo!
to
That was
God.
God, dog. It's got to be one of his creepiest, darkest
I gotta
videos
see
yet.
Finding Dory. I gotta
watch. Oh God.
Oh,
Woo,
Shane, this is your creepiest one yet. Oh my
I've
lord.
never. Try not to. What is it? Try not to.
Try not to torture.
Try not to get scared or something.
Try
I
not
don't
to get
know.
scared. Try not to cringe. Try not to.
Die. I don't know.
I
don't know. But anyway, guys.
This has been so
is-
disturbing for me.
Woo, anyway, guys. Please comment below. Tell us what you think.
Don't forget to like.
Subscribe.
Share.
There's more I got. This is man. Oh my God.